Greetings and welcome to MentorMe Memorable Moments. I'm your host, Tracy Everette Duncan.
And I'm your co-host, William Craig III.
And we want to welcome 150 nations
across the world and all these 50
states.
United
That's right. Welcome again. We are so happy that you joined us for our physical health segment. And we're going to be talking about some serious things. You know, Coach Dion has been with us since January.
Wow.
And she has been rocking this segment. If you have missed any of her programs, go to YouTube, search for MentorMe 411 and subscribe. And then click on our playlist for physical health. And then you'll find all of her video programs. You don't want to miss anything that she has put out there. We've had some fun with us.
I know. So quickly.
And this is the best season now to have that physical health, instructor in your life. So, Coach Dion is not in the studio with us today.
But we've got her live.
That's right. So, Coach Dion, you're with us?
Yes, I am on the line.
Okay,
right.
And you're going to bring that energy just as well. But you know what? You and I have been talking throughout the week, and I know that you're not in the studio for a reason. Can you share with us what's been going on?
I was trying to, okay, how am I going to put it into words? Why am I not there today? Okay, so I am Miss Energy. I'm all over the place. I'm teaching summer camp to 10, what ages? 10 through, I think they're 17, 10 through 17, teaching them every day. And I'm Miss Fitbit. So people have been challenging me all week for the work week hustle. And guess what? I have obliged. And I'm exhausted. So my body was telling me, you need to rest. So I'm telling everyone, when your body speaks to you and tells you rest, listen, rest.
Yes. Well, you've got a segment for us tonight that's going to throw in a little mixture of some of what you taught us in the past, as well as elaborate on some things that we should be looking at now, because I shared with you a scare that I had earlier this month, and you gave me some tips in how to more manage and control that particular incident. But I want you to talk to us now, because I think health assessment is a part of this program. And so, you know what? We're just going to turn it right on over to you. Everyone, please welcome Coach Dion Shaw Bush.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. All right, guys. So the first slide, I know we have some delays, but the first slide you should be looking at is talking about physical activity, health and fitness, and health training. So I always have my disclaimer. My purpose is to build a solid foundation for the future physical segments to come, to bring awareness, give knowledge, to get you thinking. These points are subjective or objective. You choose. I'm on assignment. Let's go.
Yes.
So the next slide, this is a recap. So for those of you who have been following along, those of you who are just joining us, welcome. So recap. January, we talked about who you are. Spirit, soul, and body. You must watch the YouTube video so you can see it in full detail. Next screen, February. Heart health basics. It's your heart. How are you treating it? So it's your heart. How are you treating it? So we talked about your heart and some things that you can do, that you've been doing that could have been hurting your heart. March was all about Coach D. It was talking about who I am, what I've been doing, how did I get to the point that I'm now. If I'm going too fast, slow me down, host. So April recap was the 5 ugly habits that are hurting your heart. Not getting enough sleep, not flossing daily, not controlling your anger, seeing the glass half full, and not visiting your doctor. The outcome should be getting to sleep, flossing, controlling your anger, and you see the rest on the screen. The last month we talked about stress. 12 ways of beating stress. There are the 12, just a recap of the 12 ways to beat stress. So what I admonish you to do is, again, look at January, February, March, April, and May.
Yes. Yes.
All right? So now today's segment. I'm excited about this segment because this segment is educating you, the consumer, in picking the correct fitness professional for you. So it's up to you. You will determine your success or failure in choosing the right fitness professional for you. All right? So here's some of the things. All right, so fitness training. So performance versus health. All right, so your health status and your goals will determine the frequency, intensity, time, and type of activities your fitness professional will prescribe. It's called the FIT principle. We'll break it down for you momentarily. Okay. Successful trainers know how much activity is required for obtaining specific goals for their clients. So that's one thing. When you're picking out your fitness professional, make sure they know how to, help you reach a specific goals. Goals may range from avoidance of disease to elite athletic performance. Let's go a little further so you know exactly what we're talking about.
So, wait a minute, Coach D. Let's go back to picking out the trainer. How or where do we go to find a fitness trainer?
Well, usually it's word of mouth. Usually somebody's like, oh, you need to put it out on, I'm going to use social media. They'll put it out on Facebook, Twitter. Hey, looking for a fitness trainer. Anybody know who's good? Just like, and then people can reply, hey, you need to try my trainer. She does this and this, or he. So it's not always a girl, but he does this, he does that. Or you can look them up on, they have personal trainer, I wouldn't say website, but it depends on, like, if it's WITS, if it's ACE, if it's ASA. They have a database. Now, that's depending on if that personal trainer has signed up. But they can go and do some website searches or ask friends. They can do word of mouth.
Okay.
All right? So fitness training, performance versus health. We talked about your health status and your goals. The trainer will know based on your status and your goals in order to tell you the frequency, the intensity, the time, and type of activities that fit you. It's all about you. Okay, successful trainers know how much activity is required. And then also, goals may range from avoidance of disease to elite athletic performance. Let's move on to the next page. Fitness training. How much is enough? All right, so we talked about avoidance of disease through the elite fitness performance. So here they are. Okay, so avoidance of disease. You will work out 5 days a week. Your intensity is moderate. The time, 30 minutes a day. Your type, you can, this is an example, walk 6 to 12 miles a week. Right? So someone who just, fitness, I want to maintain my weight. So I will work out 3 to 4 days a week. I will work out vigorously or hard, 30 to 45 minutes a day. And then my example, I would jog maybe 10 miles a week. Performance. These are the elite athletes. They are training for triathlon. They are athletic, the top of the line, 7 days a week. They're working very hard, 2 hours a day, and they will run to 100 miles a week.
Wow. You know, what's very interesting to me, Coach, is the fact that when I just look at avoidance of disease versus fitness, the key there for me is that it doesn't take as much effort to help me avoid diseases as it does when I'm in fitness mode. I'm working harder in fitness mode than just working for the sake of trying to avoid sickness and ill health. And I think that's very important to point out because a lot of people probably think just for maintaining decent health, avoiding disease, they would be in that fitness category. But actually, a lot less is needed just to keep yourself healthy.
Yeah, and that's good to know.
Well, you know what? Well, it all depends on the person and their health status. Now, most seniors, some of the seniors, because I say some of them, because I'm not going to say most seniors, because I train some of the healthiest seniors, and they're in that fitness level.
Right.
Now, for the one, avoidance of disease is, okay, so I'm looking at if I've just come out of, I was sick, and I've been in the hospital for some time or bedridden for a while, then the first category of the health and avoidance of disease will be my section.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just starting out. I don't want to go right into the fitness or the performance level. I'll stay with the avoidance of disease. I would walk more. And then some people who are, if they're overweight, walking to start out. So you're going to build up to these levels.
Right.
Fitness level is primarily what most people are right there in that fitness level.
Okay.
So it's still, you're still working in that avoidance of disease. You're doing 5 days a week in 30 minutes. Now you're working moderately, but when you're walking, you're still going to walk with a purpose. You're not going to just be out, I'm just leisurely walking out here. You can start that way.
Right.
And then as we progress, you can start going a little bit faster.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's great.
Okay? And then we get to the health and avoidance. Next slide, please. Health and avoidance of disease. All right, so in this section, positive health. That's associated with the capacity to enjoy life and withstand challenges. Negative health. All right, so this is associated with incidences of disease and early mortality, right? And then you have your ultimate goal is optimum quality of life. This one, the third one, this is where a good personal trainer, this is where we will focus on. The ultimate goal is optimum quality of life, being able to do your daily living activities, reaching, bending, walking, sitting, standing. So, and this one is the high level of physical functionality, emotional and psychological well-being.
Oh, I
That's
love
the
it.
important
I
stage.
love that. Yes.
Sure. And I noticed you've got a scripture there, too. Can you speak to that?
Yes. And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. So I'm just saying about positive health, just spiritually, mentally, physically, all the tenets. We
That's
need
right.
all of it
That's right.
to stay physically fit. All right, so the next slide. Now, I know this stat here says 2007, but these stats are still pretty much correct because cardiovascular disease is still the top at 31%, cancers 23.2%, chronic lower respiratory disease (COPD) is and emphysema is 5.3%, accidents 5.1%, and then Alzheimer's disease 3.1%. But listen to this: most of the causes of death can be prevented or delayed.
Right.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting? Most of them can be prevented or delayed.
Simply by taking care of oneself.
Taking care of oneself, and then people say, "How does accidents get up there? How can an accident be prevented or delayed?" Well, one, we are driving for other people. That's always the people. You're behind the wheel. Yes, you're looking out, but you're driving for other people. So if we don't get enough sleep, if we are stressed out, we're not going to be as focused as if we were getting enough sleep and we're not stressed out. So we can avoid some of those accidents. Driving the speed limit. Okay, so I always thought that was the accident. Some of those can be prevented. Some cannot. It's beyond our control, but some of them can be prevented.
Right.
All right, so let's move on to the biological factors affecting health and disease. Age, gender, race, and genetic susceptibility. All right, so let's go back to age. Older adults often have an increased prevalence of chronic disease. That's when your age. Those are some factors affecting your health and disease. All right, so what about gender? Men develop CVD, cardiovascular disease, at an earlier age, 45.
Wow.
And then women have more strokes than men.
Wow.
All right, so let's get down to race. Oh, any questions? All right, so let's get down to race. Heart disease is 30% more prevalent in African Americans than non-Hispanic whites.
Wow.
Genetic susceptibility to disease. All right? And then let's move on to environmental factors affecting health and disease. Physical, social, economic, family. All right, so physical. Air, water, noise, infrastructure, unsafe highways. Socioeconomic, income, housing, employment status, education, family, divorce, death of a loved one, children leaving. Now, you're thinking environmental factors, yes. So if there is, and I go back to physical, and we talk about the air, the water, the noise, the infrastructure, unsafe highways. You cannot walk around your neighborhood to get the exercise because of the income. I don't have money to go to a gym or hire a personal trainer. Then I'm going to be more apt to sitting at home.
Right.
Probably doing nothing.
That's right.
And unfortunately, the diet is probably going to be worse because I can't afford to go out and buy the good stuff. So I'm going to spend less money on the cheap stuff. So I'm not eating healthy and I'm not getting the movement that I need as well.
Absolutely. You know, and that brings me to the not eating healthy. In our neighborhood, maybe 10 miles down the road, a major grocery store is closing.
Yes.
And now this area, I'm like, okay, one, most of the people that's in this area, I can say most, I don't know the stats, but I've seen a lot of impoverishment in this area. Mm-hmm. So you're taking their, I say, only source of getting the healthy foods that they need. I'm talking fruits and veggies. And they have corner stores. If they're too expensive, people are not going to want to buy the healthier option.
Right.
So I just think of this too, that when you go back to the health and everything, they're just going to buy what's cheap for them. So these corner stores are expensive. So that just got me. I drove past today and I'm just like, why? But anyway, I'm staying on topic. Biological factors. Next screen, please. Behavioral factors affecting health and disease. So this is a big one.
Okay.
Smoking, inactivity, poor nutrition, drinking alcohol, abusing or overusing drugs, unsafe driving habits, and stress. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So to talk about one of like inactivity, I admonish you to become active. Get to doing something. You don't always, if you can't afford a personal trainer or a gym, there are things around your house that you can do, Google searches, but do something.
Well, you know, right there, Coach, let me just say this, because I actually took the time to go out and visit a couple of gyms just to kind of price where they were from a cost standpoint. And at the end of the day, one in this area that we live in can get quality workout, have access to quality machines, quality trainers, etc. for $10 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Absolutely.
For $10 a month.
And it's a start.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised, William. Some people, even $10 a month is stretching it for some folks.
And I get that, but when we look at this list, smoking, drinking alcohol, et cetera. So here's my point. I'm not sure, but they tell me a pack of cigarettes is somewhere around $7-8.
I've seen that when I get my gas, and they're advertising cigarettes expensive. You know what? I know where you're going. People will put their money toward what they truly want.
Here we
so
go.
I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
Exactly.
And I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Okay, so then let me jump in and say, for the ones that don't go out to look at physical fitness centers, etc., you talked to us in one of your videos about the things that we could get together around the house, like gallons of water or gallons of milk or brooms that we can handle to straighten up the spine, things like that. There are things that we can do around the house that doesn't cost us anything at all. So then what is the real excuse?
Exactly. And that's my mission. I am here to just squash all the excuses for not being physically active, doing daily activities. I am here to just kick it off the curb. I am just here to say, no, there are things you can do. So when you hire me, even if it's for the consultation level, I will show you some things you can do around your home, and you'll be amazed.
Right.
You'll be amazed.
See, because when you say behavioral, to me that says, here are the things that I can do. Here are the things that I have control over.
Now, these things we have control over. Smoking, we can quit. Inactivity, we can get up and move. Poor nutrition. There are websites, there are grocery store tours. I do grocery store tours that I can take you to the stores, show you some of the, and you don't have to always, everyone cannot afford fresh vegetables. But there's some things I can show you what to get that will be just as healthy and nutritious as those fresh vegetables.
Right. All right.
Drinking alcohol, you can quit those. Abusing overuse, you can get help for that. Unsafe driving habits, follow the laws. And then stress, keep it as light as you can, because stress can really be a bad disease if we allow it to be.
Yes.
All right, so next slide, please.
All right.
Effect of healthy eating and physical activity. All right, so look at the chart here. Healthy eating, health benefits, physical activity. So it lowers the risk of heart disease. Check, both sides. Reduces risk of certain cancers. Check, both sides. Lowers blood pressure. Look at the check. Improves lipid profile. Look at the check. Prevents obesity. Check. Prevents diabetes. Check. Builds healthy bones. It enhances immune function. Now, the healthy eating, there's a question mark because it hasn't been proven whether it relieves stress, improves the mood. The physical activity helps that. And then as far as increases functional health, healthy eating, there's an exercise. No, it doesn't, but physical activity. So look at all the check boxes for physical activity.
Yes.
Right.
So it helps you with all of these. It has lots of health benefits and more, but these were the top ones that were chosen.
That's great. Now, could you tell us, explain to us when you say improves lipid profile, what is that?
Okay, so with the lipid profile, that's mainly talking about your cholesterol and your triglycerides.
Great.
So people having atherosclerosis, the hardening of the arteries, it's been like, I have a family history of high cholesterol. Exercise can help reduce that, along with healthy eating.
Right.
Can help reduce your lipid profile. Can help improve it.
Great.
And I'm a witness to that because, again, my family history, exercise, it's one of the reasons why I am just your healthy heart advocate, because I know what exercising has done for me, and I know it can work for other people too.
All right.
Great.
All right. So your next slide, health impact of regular physical activity, cardiorespiratory health, metabolic health, musculoskeletal health, cancer, functional ability, and fall prevention. All right, so let's talk about the cardiorespiratory health. Reduces your risk of heart disease and stroke, lowers blood pressure. And we talked about the lipid profile and improves your cardiorespiratory fitness. All right, so your metabolic health. We talked about this, right? Reduces the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. It even would lower your AC1, helps control your blood glucose in those individuals with type 2 diabetes, and that's good to know. Muscular health increases bone density. Okay, it slows the bone loss.
Okay.
Increase muscle mass and strength. That's your especially for seniors with the hip fractures.
Right.
Cancer. Reduce risk of breast, colon, lung, and endometrial cancer.
Wow.
All right, and then the functional ability and fall prevention, it improves pain management relating to arthritis. Exercise, okay, it does a body good. So I should say, like the milk commercial, physical activity does a body good. All right, so next screen for me, please. Did I miss the script on that page? Nope. All right, the next screen. So we talked about it. Recommended physical activity for health. All right, so every day, find ways to stay as active as possible in everyday tasks. So even if you're doing things around your house, make it a workout. All right? 3 to 5 times a week. 20 minutes of aerobic exercise, 30 minutes of recreational activity. Basketball, All right? 2 to 3 times a week. Flexibility. Now, this right here, boom. 2 to 3 times a week. Flexibility and strength training, especially for us who are getting seasoned. We need that flexibility and strength training. And so, guys, have you ever been sitting for long periods of time, and then when you get up, you're like, oh, I'm so stiff. Why does everything hurt?
Right.
Stretching will help with your flexibility. Strength training. After a while, bone density decreases. So we need to do that strength training to keep our bones strong.
Okay.
All right? And then try to cut down on the sedentary activities like okay, if you want to look at TV and play the video games, I have a stability ball that I had tons of them, and I kind of put stability balls to the corner. Not anymore. In the past 2 weeks, that stability ball has been my friend.
Okay.
Because I sit on that stability ball, and I'm working my core. I'm doing all types of exercises while I'm looking at TV. I don't play video games, but if I'm looking at TV to program, I'm exercising while I'm looking at TV.
Cool.
You know, Coach D, we did a program last season about exercising and selecting the type of exercise that best fits your personality and your functionality. And I mean, William, do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Aerobics is not my thing. I cannot do aerobics. All that jumping around just doesn't make sense to me. But stretching. Okay, there's low intensity aerobics when you take the jumping out. I can't do that. I have to do the stretching, and I think stretching is more effective for me, my mindset, my functionality, my everything. Mm-hmm. I can stretch. I have dynamic stretches that you can do. You're moving and stretching, but we'll talk about that a little later. So I have something called dynamic stretching, which I think you will enjoy. Oh, thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so physical activity and obesity. Prevalence of obesity in the United States, 32.2% of men, and then look at the women, 35.5% of women.
I think in some areas those numbers are higher.
They are.
Based on my personal research.
Okay. Now, it is personal research. All right. Combined overweight and obese Americans, 68% men, 72% women. Women, we still got those higher numbers. Yeah. But I say, do your research and check those numbers. All right? So let's go to the next slide. The physical activity requirements for weight management. Right? So we talked about it, 30 minutes. And I'm going to keep reiterating because for some people we need repetition. Right. We need that repetition. So 30 minutes daily, we talked about that's avoidance of disease, right? Right. 60 minutes daily to prevent weight gain. Wow. All right, 3 to 4 days a week. And then the 60 to 90 minutes daily to sustain weight loss. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I stay in that middle section, that's 60 minutes. But, last week, okay, so I must confess. Last week, my day started out at 5 a.m. I hustled across the Beltway to get a 6 a.m. course. That was a fitness class for an hour. Went and worked out with my students. And then I did another workout afterwards. Now, I kept that up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I even did it on Friday. Wow. So Saturday morning, you can attest to this, Tracy, I was sounding like I was probably on my deathbed. Yes. I was exhausted. So I'm here to tell people, too much exercise can be bad for you as well. Right. Mm-hmm. Just as much as no exercise. So we must find that medium, that middle ground. Right. All right? All right. So the next slide. ACSM and AHA, Physical Activity Physician Stand. What is ACSM? That's the American Council of Sports Medicine and the American Heart Association. All right, so vigorous intensity exercises will do more than moderate. Reduce heart disease risk factors, reduces diastolic. That's the lower. When you get that blood pressure reading at the top and the bottom number, it's talking about that bottom number on blood pressure. Right. Improves glucose control and yields higher cardiorespiratory fitness values. Vigorous exercise. Now listen to this. It's not safe or appropriate for everyone. Okay. All right, so your personal trainer will know which group you fit in.
Here's a question for you. As it relates to that, what is the relationship between my trainer and, say, my doctor as it relates to creating?
We're going to get into that in a couple more slides. Okay. Your fitness professional and your doctor should be buddies. Okay. Oh, okay. Because it's all about you. Mm-hmm. Now, any personal trainer, when we get down to some of the risk factors that will, that you'll understand why that fitness professional and your doctor need to be working as a team.
Okay.
And it's for your benefit. All right? So let's look at the next screen. Which one to do? Activity, benefits, and risk. Is that the next slide?
Yes.
Okay. So the health and fitness benefits, and then again we talk about the light, moderate, daily, tens of minutes, even hours. That's your active living. All right, and then the moderate, about daily, at least 30 minutes. That's your activity for health.
Okay.
So the other than the first one is this is what I do. I get up, I walk around. Okay. So my activity for health, I'm doing some exercise, right?
Okay.
And then here's the middle one. Exercise, you're doing moderate, vigorous 3 times a week, at least 30 minutes. Now you see how the benefits, it gets your risk and harm, but the benefits are better as you do more. And in training for sports, this level right here, not everyone is there in training for sports. It's strenuous 7 times a week. Most people are in the second, in the middle one, the moderate, and then the moderate and vigorous one. So that's most people are in that area.
Gotcha.
All right, so if you can flip to the next slide for me. All right, so the ACS, ACSM, AHA guidelines for muscular fitness. You're going to perform, and this is for the middle ground. Performs 8 to 10 exercises for the major muscle groups. That's your legs, your hips, your back, your chest, your shoulders, and your arms. And then I also want to include your core, your abs, your glutes, and your lower back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you use resistance that produces muscular fatigue after 8 to 12 repetitions. You know, it's that when you lift it, I can't do that last one. One more. And that's when you're muscular fatigue.
Okay.
Do 1 to 3 sets of each exercise. Now I work you. I make you do it 3. I can make you do it at least 2 to 3 times. I don't do the 1. Now, when you first start out with me, I may say, okay, just do 1 set just to start you out. After weeks go by, we're going to increase and increase and increase.
Gotcha.
So do resistance training at least 2 non-consecutive days a week because your muscles need time to rest.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do all that resistance training every single day, and your muscles are just not having time to recuperate.
Right.
All right? So those were those guidelines for the American Council of Sports Medicine and American Heart Association about muscular fitness. All right, so the next slide. Fitness versus fatness.
All righty.
I'm like, whoa, what you trying to say here? So physical activity yields improved health benefits independent of body weight. So it's not all about, I need to lose the weight. It's about being physically active.
Okay.
Body weight should be a secondary concern once physical activity has been established. We want to get you on a fitness regimen, that you're doing something, you're being active. You're not a couch potato anymore. But I don't see them losing weight, but you're physically active. Think about the benefits, your heart, your lungs. Think about those benefits.
Okay.
And then the more, so that's your goal, so it should be progressive, right? In the beginning, I didn't see any results, but I'm feeling better.
Well, you know what, Coach D, I don't think people really think that way.
Mm-mm.
I think that whenever they think about a fitness center or physical health coach, they're thinking about losing weight.
Right.
They're not thinking that they need to keep moving. And the older or more seasoned we become, we have to keep moving.
Excellent. We have to choose moving. Keep our body in motion. We stays in motion. We have to keep our bodies moving. Burning those calories even when we're not working out. Because our bodies are always moving and our bodies are burning calories.
So you can lose all the weight you want and still be next to death.
Now, let me you know, but William, that is right there. That's a valid point there. A lot of people are thinking now, I had one of my personal trainer friends of mine, I'm not even mentioning whether it's a male or a female, they said to me that this is personal trainer. Remember, we're all human. We make mistakes too now. We got stinking thinking sometimes too, right?
Right.
So that person was saying that they're going to eat. They say, I eat anything and everything I want to eat because I go to the gym every day for 2 hours. And I'm like, I hope you're not telling your clients this.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That they can go continue. You can't, okay, let me see if I'm saying it right. You cannot outwork an unhealthy diet.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's good stuff
Tweet
right there.
that.
Don't get there and think, oh, I can work out. I'm gonna do all day. I'm gonna do 3-4 hours, but I'm gonna still eat what I want.
Right.
No. Not so.
Wow.
So you heard it from Coach D. Stop
Right.
it. Eat healthy. Find a nutritionist. Go to myplate.org. Find out what it means for a healthy diet.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. I'm going to come back now. All right, so we did the fatness versus the fitness. All right, so let's move to the next slide. Goals of training. This is talking about functional performance, right? We talked about cardiorespiratory fitness, and we talked about the muscular strength and endurance, flexibility, body leanness, and task-specific needs. So this is the goal of the training. They should be looking at your cardiorespiratory fitness, muscular strength and endurance, flexibility, body leanness, and your task-specific needs. This is what a personal trainer, a good personal trainer, fitness professional will be. Those are the goals of the training. All right?
Gotcha.
So the next slide. All right, so the goals of sports performance. So this is the different ones. So people, remember those elite athletes?
Right.
Agility, balance, coordination, power, speed, and reaction time. So that personal trainer, that fitness professional must be equipped, experienced in those areas.
Okay.
So if somebody is training specifically for sports performance, those are some of the exercises that they need to be doing. All right? So I put an open discussion. People, you can write this down. You can contact me and answer these questions. How much physical activity is enough? And should weight loss take precedence over fitness? All right? I'm going to leave that there. Think about those questions. Write them down. Give you a few moments. How much physical activity is enough? Should weight loss take precedence over fitness?
Okay. Good stuff.
All right? Let's get over to the next slide. So now we're talking about your question earlier about the doctor and the fitness professional's relationship. All right, so evaluating health balance status. A fitness professional must determine, all right, this is the determine prior. This is the beginning. Prior to taking on a new client, your health status as it relates to physical activity. Mm-hmm. That's with the pre-screening. It reduces the risk for you and reduces liability of fitness professional.
Okay.
Next slide. So next slide. So you're like, what is she talking about? I don't understand still. Okay. So again, remember the American Council of Science Medicine and the American Heart Association recommends pre-activity screening. All right. So here it is. Identifies high-risk participants. All right. So let me tell you some of those high-risk participants. All right. Low cardiovascular fitness. Sedentary lifestyle,
Okay.
presence of disease, medication, musculoskeletal limitations, obesity, unhealthy lifestyle habits.
Gotcha.
All right? So it initiates new participants, builds rapport and trust, foundation for the trainer and client relationship. It's key. Because it's personal, one-on-one. So we're building trust, rapport, right?
Right.
Provides information and tools for tools for exercise prescription and programming. Did you know that fitness professionals, we write prescriptions when doctors write? They write medical prescriptions. We write exercise prescriptions.
How about that?
All right.
Yeah. All right. So flip over. So here's some categories of pre-screening, the pre-activity screening. And I always say to Mr. Please, like, what do you mean, Mr. Please? Mr. Please, can I please work out?
I like that.
All right, so with these screenings, we're looking for your medical history review. We're going to break down the risk factor assessment and certification, prescribed medication, level of physical activity, establish need for physician's consent. Do I even need a physician's consent?
Okay.
I think any good fitness professional should get a physician's consent before taking on a client.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Administration of fitness tests. Oh, I love the fitness test. Set up exercise prescription, and then evaluation of the progress. Are we going to check every 30 days, which we should? 30 days, the first 30 days, just check. And maybe we need to increase your exercises and repetition, maybe we need to decrease. So
Right.
that's what we do, the evaluation, right?
Okay.
All right, so let's go on to some of the the pre-activity screening tools. Now, the first one is the Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire, which is known as PARQ. Now, with this one, we are going to identify risk factors for cardiovascular complications. Now, this one is self-directed. We give it to you, fill out the questions so you can answer some questions on your own, and you can decide whether you need a fitness professional. Okay. Designed for individuals planning to perform light to moderate exercise, works as a flow chart to determine need for medical clearance prior to beginning an exercise program. All right? So then let's put the screen. The other one is the health screening questionnaire, the HSQ. Now, this one is, we keep this one. This is one that is serious that we need to know. Because this one is going to identify your cardiovascular, metabolic, and pulmonary disease risk. It's going to identify your lifestyle behaviors leading to disease risk. It's going to list your current medication. It includes a patient information release form in compliance with HIPAA. And we must keep it in a locked case, can't just have it sitting out there, because people are giving us their personal information.
Right.
Okay, so if I'm then selecting someone as my personal trainer, then I'm checking to make sure that they have this checklist, that they are very serious about my life and my life being in their hands. If they don't have this information, it's like a red flag to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They should be finding out you, and they shouldn't have just like, okay, you're going to pull out this sheet right here, this for you. No, they need to write an exercise prescription, because just like medication, everyone's not getting the same medication.
Right.
It's like the same for exercise. We're writing these exercise prescriptions specifically custom designed for you.
Good. All right. Okay. So that goes back to what you said then, because some people will advertise on social media that they are a physical health coach. Then when you contact that person, you make sure they have that checklist established so that you know that you are in good and quality hands. If not, run fast.
Hobble if you need to.
Interview them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. Because you need to be educated as well. You don't just want to pick any old person because of the price. It's not always about price. It is not always about price at all. All right? So, next slide. Cardiovascular and muscular fitness assessment. Now, this for me is where the fun comes in. Because this is letting me know where you are, what levels, where do we need to start, what type of exercise prescription should I write for you. So some of the essential components of the fitness assessment, these are like tests. So I'm going to do a cardiovascular endurance. I'm going to do a muscular strength, the muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. So these all provide a baseline to evaluate your progress.
Love it.
I need to do.
Love it.
Good stuff.
Yes. All right. So let's move on to the slide. CVD. What's CVD? It's cardiovascular disease risk factors. And this is so important. These are some of the risk factors that we cannot change. Our age, history, we can't change those. But the other ones, we have control over. So men, again, when we talked about this, less than 45, women, less than 55. Some of the risk factors for cardiovascular disease. All right? Family history. All right? We're talking about, so immediate family, mother, sister, brother, father, that had died, sudden death aged before 55. And then for females, sudden death before age of 65. Right. So if you have a family history, okay, you're in that risk factor. Cigarette smoking, all right? Current smoker, or you quit smoking within the previous 6 months. Sedentary lifestyle, not active for 30 minutes, 3 times a week. And people think, whoa, that's me. I thought I was active.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? Obesity, your BMI, 30. And we'll talk about the body mass index. Waist greater than 40 for males, or 35 for females.
So that 36, 24, 36 doesn't work anymore.
Oh, my gosh. Dream on.
Okay, I'm going to bypass that one. So, yeah, so hypertension, 100 systolic one, and then a diastolic 90. That's hypertension. So in case some of you don't know, high blood pressure, the silent killer. All right? And then the other one is your cholesterol. Total cholesterol 200. If it is greater than the 200, then the lower cholesterol, the 130 or the higher, is the 40. So we think about the L as in lousy. That's the one we're going to watch out for. And then H is the healthy.
Okay.
If you forget what it is, the lousy is greater than 130. The healthy is less than 40.
Gotcha.
All right, pre-diabetes, right? That's your fasting glucose of 100 or more.
All right.
Okay.
So we want to watch out for those, all right?
Great.
All right, so let's go into the next slide. We're going to really get into what were those risk factor certifications. We're going to get into those, all right? So the low risk. So asymptomatic men or women with less than one risk factor. Remember those risk factors we just talked about in the previous slide? So if they have less than one, and one risk factor, okay, they're low risk, okay? I may or may not say, I need to talk to your physician. But I still need that consent. I need him to sign off. I give it to you. I need you to go to your doctor. I need you to sign off. If you think, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get to see my doctor, give me permission. I have that form too. Give me permission to contact your doctor so he can sign that form for me.
Okay.
Because I want to let him know what exercise regimen I'm going to start for you, the prescription, so he can give me a yay or nay.
I love it. Mm-hmm.
All right? Moderate risk. And that's the asymptomatic men or women where they have two risk factors. All right? And then the high risk factor, men and women with known cardiovascular disease, pulmonary or metabolic disease.
Okay.
Men and women with major signs or symptoms of cardiovascular, metabolic, or pulmonary disease.
Okay.
So these are the things that we need to, a flash should come up.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Let me on the safe side. Let me talk to your physician anyway. Just to be on the safe side, because your health is important to me.
Sure.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
All right, so the next slide. Making the fitness program decisions.
Okay.
Right? Fitness professionals must consider. Okay, we have to consider our qualifications to supervise at-risk individuals. Because we should not be ashamed to say, you know what, and we should always, and I know I do, hang out with with fitness professionals who are, or they know more than me.
Right.
Right.
Because I go, hey, look, I got this client, and I'm not sure if, my level, my qualifications is, I can supervise them. So how about I, transfer them over to you? Don't even be a confident fitness professional. We're not seeing any worries about that.
Right.
Put them over. Okay?
Okay.
So medical clearance and physician consent may be needed. Provides outside support, reduces liability of fitness professionals, and must comply with the HIPAA Act.
Okay.
Okay.
All right? So
got to wrap it up now. We got about 3 minutes, and I'm
I
loving
know.
this.
Oh my gosh. Changing health status. So this guys, people, you're listening. Contact me for more information. This is some good stuff, I'm telling you. All right, so fitness training may improve your cardiorespiratory fitness, lower your blood pressure, reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. New undesirable medical conditions may develop, so that's why we must keep in contact with your physician. And then we must obtain new medical clearance before resuming training. Even if it's improved, we see your doctor and talk to your physician. Even if it doesn't improve, we need to see them. Next slide. So, we have to end. This is good. I know, guys. I'm just me. So questions and discussions. All right. So I don't know, Tracy, Williams, can we have a conference call this evening? So if anyone has questions or discussions, they can call.
We don't have a call scheduled this evening.
Okay.
But they can contact you at any time because you're on social media, and you saw that hashtag I am fit. That's how you can reach Dion over Twitter. But she's also on Facebook as well, and you can email her from the slide that we had shown.
And always at MentorMe411.com.
That's right. She has a professional profile at MentorMe411.com. You can click on her profile, email her. She is the only one that is going to get your email information. But, I wanted to also say that while you were talking, Dion, about interacting with the doctor and the physical health coach.
Yes.
I thought about, when you go and visit a doctor, the doctor gives you information, a printout of what they are recommending for your physical activity. And so what you want to do is take a copy of that printout to the physical health coach as well, because that physical health coach can look at what the doctor has prescribed and also prescribe something too. And like Dion said, even give your doctor a call with your permission to make sure that everything is going straight. But we always run out of time when you are with us. I love you, girl. I love you. And I'm praying for your recuperation, because you get to start all over again on Monday with that camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Woo-woo!
We're going to be back next week with our social health, and that's you and Dwayne Ross.
There we go.
So you know what? Thanks for joining us. And between now and then, we want you to be safe.
Be safe, be smart,
and be healthy.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hey! Hey, 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 hey! God. Well, I wear my clothes like this because I can. And I wear my hair like this because I can. And I walk around like this because I can. And I do my thing like this because it's who I am. And if you expect me to give you an apology for being nothing that you're used to, go right ahead and wait. Hold your breath and concentrate. Keep holding till your face turns blue. My road ain't your road, but just I know just where I'm going. And my flow ain't your flow, but just I know just how I'm flowing. I'ma do my thing. Please feel free to hate and complain. I'ma do my thing. Say what you want, but this one ain't gonna change. I'ma do my thing. I can't wear my clothes like you because I'm not. I can't do my hair like you because I'm not. I can't walk around like you because I'm not. I can't do my thing like you, well it just ain't hot. And if you're expecting me to give you an apology for being nothing like you used to, go right on and head away. Hold your breath and concentrate. Keep holding till your face turns blue. See my road, it ain't your road, but trust I know just where I'm going. In my flow, it ain't your flow, but trust I know just how I'm flowing. I'ma do my thing. So please feel free to hate and complain. I'ma do my thing. And say what you like, 'cause this one ain't gonna change. I'ma do my thing. You don't know where I'm going, and so you think I'm lost. I ain't on your page, okay? So to you that means I'm off. When I dance to the beat of a drum and you don't hit and you dance see. So if I look off beat to you, well the problem must be you, not me. Irregular but never error.